What's up, everybody? Y'all already know the vibe. It's your girl, Kelly Kellz, and we're back with another one. It's Through Thick and Thin, the podcast where we bringing you the most exclusive interviews from some of the dopest people around the world that you gotta know. Listen, I'm always happy when I get to interview, like, my friends. I know that's weird, okay, because I should be happy with everybody, and I am happy for everybody, but this is like my baby brother. This is like seeing your sibling just catapult in the game. Man, representing the Midwest, representing St. Louis by way of New York. The brother and I took off and went to New York, went crazy in New York. we're talking about comedian, battle rapper, motivational speaker. Just, I can't make that part up. He had to laugh.
Like, what I saw motivational speaking.
I don't know, man. You be so like,
I have a dream.
I have a dream. I mean, I think your battle raps be motivational, man. Nevertheless, we got the one and only Reggie Kush in the building. What's up, Reggie?
Bah, what's good, Kelly Kellz?
I knew it.
You knew I was gonna do that sound.
I knew he was gonna lead off with the bad.
I have to, cause it's like.
Cause you're the what?
Look at my hat. That's what I wore.
Okay, and you want everybody to know you are the GOAT. Okay, we starting off. Let's go crazy right away. The GOAT.
The GOAT.
Who gave it to you?
But hold on. Let me explain.
You got to.
Cause when I say the GOAT, I don't mean like. I mean, I'm the greatest at all time at being myself. That's what I always meant. I feel like nobody could be you better than yourself.
That's the bottom line.
And I feel like everybody could be their own variation of the GOAT.
Okay.
So not that I'm better than you or nothing like that, but I'm better than you at being myself.
That's real. And if somebody offended by that, honestly, let's keep it real. It's something wrong with them.
Yeah.
Because you should be the GOAT in your house.
You should be.
Yeah.
You should be. You should look in the mirror with confidence and say,
and just bah. If you don't bah at least 2 times a day,
straight up,
you damn near got low self-esteem.
Yeah, if you don't move your jaw like this.
Is that, wait, why you gotta do it like that, though?
Because goats, that's how
Billy,
goats,
Billy goat.
They be eating like that. That's how they be eating the grass.
Reggie.
You're not a crackhead.
Okay, so you know how you just led off with, because when we said the GOAT, you feel that energy in the room often when you say, I'm the GOAT or the GOAT. Do people kind of give you a side eye or kind of like make you feel like, dude, what makes you the GOAT? Do people do that?
Honestly, people started calling me that before I started calling myself
Let's go.
That. So, like, it's not, because when I did it, I was doing it, you know, making the little cooking videos, you know how I do
and
it.
your cooking videos are hilarious.
Right, I make cooking video, and then when I'm done cooking a meal, I'd be like, I'm the GOAT, bad.
Mm-hmm.
It was always like a joke, and I always like made memes and stuff with me as a GOAT and stuff like that. But it wasn't until like I go out in public and they'd be like, what up, GOAT? Or they'd be like, bad. So I started like embracing it, like,
because they did. It was the buy-in. They already bought into it, but they only bought into it because they felt like it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So people can give you that. I know at one point in time, I was under the impression that the word GOAT somebody had to give it to you. But when you just broke it down like that, like, I'm the GOAT. I'm literally the GOAT. You're the GOAT. You should want to be the GOAT. Yeah. You're the GOAT. I think you're the GOAT whenever, I think anybody has GOAT qualities when they can pick up from their hometown, something that they're extremely comfortable with, especially when it's a small hometown, and move to a major city like New York. Because when you move to New York, baby, you got to have something in you. GOAT, killer, a transit, a MARTA car, Metro car. You got to have something.
Yeah, when you step out your comfort zone, it ain't going to do nothing but not only motivate you to be a better artist, but better as a person, too.
Yeah, so. You from St. Louis. Tell us about it, because St. Louis ain't easy.
St. Louis, grew up on the north side of St. Louis, one of the most dangerous parts. Went to public schools, all that. It was a magnet school, though.
Let's go. Yeah. You don't get it twisted. Okay, that brother's smart. Okay.
Don't get me wrong. We was in the hood, but we was good.
Yeah, everything good come from the hood. Let's go.
Yeah, coming from St. Louis, you know, it's a tough city to come from, and it's not as diverse as like New York, obviously. Yeah. And then it's just like leaving a small town, but like as far as like entertainment, we got like a lot of talented artists in St. Louis. And not much light is really shed on St. Louis. Absolutely. So we have to like branch off to bigger cities and pursue our passion, whether that be music, stand-up comedy, art, whatever, you know? Yeah. And it takes a lot to, like you said, to move from your town and step like out your comfort zone, especially after like something you so used to, and you know it's people that got your back, like your fam, your friends, your mom, and everybody that supports you back home. And you essentially, like, you creating a whole new life.
You are. And let's be very clear. Saving money in St. Louis and having that money to transition to New York, those two different type of savings. You get what I'm saying? Let me be clear. Rent in St. Louis, you could be the man for $1,200 a month.
You can.
In New York, you are a minion.
Yep.
Yeah, because I mean, look what?
Yeah, like $1,200 in St. Louis, you can cover your rent for a crib, an actual crib, not an apartment, a house, and your car note.
Wow.
With the insurance.
Wow.
New York, $1,200, that's going straight on your rent. And it's not even like you living in something, a luxury apartment.
And you may have an apartment, and you may have a roommate.
Oh, yeah, you definitely going to have a roommate.
Yeah, because you ain't finding nothing for $1,200 by yourself.
No.
No, not a...
And you more so paying for the location you in rather than the condition of your apartment. So if you in the mix, you in a mix of Times Square and you got a closet worth of space, at least you can go outside and Times Square right there at your disposal.
That's right.
And people pay for the location.
People pay for the location. So now that you in the game, right, and you live in New York, you traveling around the world, you've been in Atlanta, do you feel like New York is the place that you just ultimately want to be? Is that the staple for you? Because I know you've been to L.A., Atlanta. You've been to the big markets, right?
Yeah.
What is the place that you feel like ultimately you want to be at?
I feel like I have a nice place in New York, especially like considering what I do as far as like the battle rap, stand-up comedy, and the music as a now, right, in my life. But I don't see myself like, I feel like New York is a good home base, but I could also see myself branching out from there and staying, like having a house in LA or something like that, you know, or a house in Atlanta and like a nice little getaway where I could go off like for a long-term period of time, but I could always like come back to New York. But I would say that would be depending on what I'm working on at the time. Like if I'm working on more so like some film or something like that, or trying to pitch like a script or some type of project, then I'm gonna be LA based for a little bit.
You know you can do that here too though now.
I can.
You can.
I can.
For sure can.
I honestly was considering it.
Honestly, I mean, if you want to be real, Atlanta is really kind of trumping it right now because it's no disrespect to anything that's going on in LA and Hollywood. We here for it, but it's a little bit more on the superficial side versus Atlanta. They like, what is it? Whatever you want to produce, we gonna give it to you your way. So I kind of like that style of it.
Yeah, I think I agree with you.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
You got it's so many hurdles to jump over in LA. Like you got to be locked in, plugged in, connected to.
Yeah.
And no disrespect, you can do all that.
Right,
you got the tenacity to do that.
Right.
But it's just like, man, Atlanta popping.
And they got the music scene out here, the music industry on lock.
The music industry on lock. Dude, you're a comedian and you funny as ever. You funny as hell. But you rap. And which one came first, rapping or comedy?
The rapping came first. I've been writing music since I was 5.
Huh. You got a musical background? Like, is your family, your mama, your dad, who was into rap music?
I don't think nobody was like into like making music. Like my dad, he from Chicago. My mom, she from Mississippi.
Oh,
but
wow.
I always used
That's
to
nice little mix.
Yeah. They met in St. Louis. Toxic.
Toxic. Hella toxic.
But my dad always used to listen to his, like, he always had, you know, some Snoop Dogg. Murder Was the Case, some CDs laying around the crib, and I always used to pop them in, listen to it, and that kind of inspired me to start writing. Because initially, like, how I learned how to write, I just listened to a song over and over again, and I replaced, like, the last lyric of the song. And then that's how I kind of learned how to write my own.
Okay. All right, so that's 5-year-old Reggie, right? 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old Reggie. Now you growing up, you rapping in middle school, high school. Who keeping you encouraged, or your mama saying like, "Dude, stop playing with me"?
No.
I know because was you a good kid? Like what? What we giving?
Nah, I was a pretty good kid. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
My mom and dad in the household. Dad was definitely
you got both
the
parents?
enforcer. Yeah, before they separated.
Oh, that's good. How old were you?
When they separated, I was like probably middle school going to high school.
Oh, no, so you had a good foundation.
Yeah. So good start. And I just maintained it on cruise control. All the way up until that point. But I always wrote music, but I didn't really start recording it until I got in high school. And my mom, she didn't really have like access to the music I put out there because, like, you know, the streaming platform. She ain't know nothing about, you know, all this. If it ain't on CD,
right?
She ain't hear your song.
MTV, like,
Right. So, like, she didn't really start hearing my music until, like, honestly, probably about 4 years ago.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because I always wrote music, and then, like, but she didn't have access to it.
Was it the context of the music that you didn't really want her to hear? Because 4 years ago, and you ain't no young, you ain't young, like.
Honestly, like, I want, like, she wouldn't have liked my songs I made in high school.
Okay.
She might have, but I don't think she would have liked my songs in high school.
And she never asked to hear them.
Yeah. She never asked to hear them. I just tell her I'm going to the studio. She's like, oh, he just going there. She don't really understand, like, the dynamics when it comes to making music. Because now, like, when she hear my song, she be like, that's you? That's you? She like, how it sound like it's two of y'all on one song or something like that.
Wait a minute. So I know she's from Mississippi, though, but what's her background? Is she more...
so she rural Mississippi.
Okay,
farm.
Come on. Yeah.
Grandma, gnats, flies in the house. The babies ain't eat. Make sure the babies ain't. Oh yeah, eat. Everybody getting fed.
Use her hand to eat.
Everybody getting fed. Everybody eating. Everybody happy. Plastic on the couch. She know how to eat a pig from snout to tail. Every last part of the pig. She will eat the pig. She know how to cut. She can gut it from the middle to the cow.
Oh my God.
Chicken, fish.
That's dope though, honestly.
Yeah.
So is that where you got your, like, your cooking skills from?
Actually, nah. I don't even eat the some stuff. I'm like, give me that pig feet. I eat pig feet.
Are we poor?
And you know she get down with them chitlins. It was a bucket of chitlins.
She ain't pulling the chitlins out of the pig though. She ain't doing it like.
No, but I'm pretty sure she know how.
Oh my.
I'm pretty sure she know how.
Yeah, because you just told me, like, when you said your mama, she hearing, so she's not listening to the radio. Y'all ride in the car.
Yeah, like my
what y'all
music,
listen to, gospel?
Yeah, because no, she listen to, like, hip hop, but she old school. You know what I'm saying? So she not super into hip hop, but she support, like, local, like, she love her some Nelly, like, you know what I'm saying? She listen to some Nelly. What's that one guy from St. Louis? I'm like, it's Chinky Mama. She's like, oh, I like that song right there, or something like that. But she didn't have access to listen to my music. And even if she did, I don't think she would have liked it until I matured more into, like, making music and was able to use, like, more professional studios to get that sound. Because
so it's packaged.
Yeah.
So you're growing up. Are you middle class? I mean, what's your, like, your financial status? Because you can have two parents.
Yeah, nah, for real. Nah, because it's crazy because you don't really know where you come from until you get older and you see the rest of the world to compare it to.
Yeah.
And you be like, damn, I was living.
We was poor.
Like here,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but you didn't feel like
it didn't feel like
I did not feel poor. My mom made sure me and my brother had everything we wanted. Now I do realize now that she didn't buy herself as much, but we had whatever we wanted. But we were in the hood. I didn't know about nothing else except when it was time to trick or treat.
Yeah,
we'd go to white neighborhoods to trick or treat.
Yeah, I go to
get the bigger pieces of candy. I don't know why.
That's strategic.
Yeah, oh yeah, we never trick-or-treat in the hood.
We was in the hood. When we was in the hood, sometimes you'd be lucky if it ain't no pit bull on the porch. Niggas had they dog chained up right there by the porch. Like, damn, nigga, I just wanted a Snicker.
Yeah,
if it was dog, my mama, she cut the light off. Nah, cut the light off. Let them know we ain't. Leave a note on the door. We ain't got no candy.
Yeah, so
motherfucker uninstall their doorbell. It's like, bro, y'all ain't gotta do all that, man. Like, people really didn't want you to come on their porch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just don't remember it being a lot of decorations on houses when I was growing up. So you grew up, now that you said you've experienced life, you think you grew up what?
I definitely grew up, like, in the hood, but it was like, it wasn't a dump.
Yep, it wasn't a dump.
It wasn't.
House was clean.
It wasn't a dump, right? Like, the house, it was a fixer-upper house, but it had, like, everything we needed to have a family. Shit, we had games and shit, you know what I'm saying? PlayStation 2, GameCube, toys,
Sega,
swimming pool in the backyard. Honestly,
y'all had a pool?
We was probably like the mansion of the hood.
Wait a minute,
we was like the man. We had a pool. It was one of them above ground pools, but ain't nobody else have one. Ain't nobody else have. And my dad, he did, like, construction and all type of shit. So he'll lay the sand in the backyard and create, like, a little beach. throw the pool on top. We had the big barbecue grill with the chimney, and we used to jump off the chimney into the pool like a diving board. We could have died, honestly.
Honestly.
The chimney was all the way up. It was like the size of a house. And we'd climb all the way up there and jump into the pool. Yo, and then like we had 4th of July parties. Everybody come on 4th of July. They got to come to your house.
Y'all was rich.
Yeah.
Y'all was rich in the hood.
We weren't rich in the hood, but you know what I'm saying? Mom and dad was in that house.
Yeah, y'all definitely had two incomes.
And then dad, when he get these big construction jobs, you know, these contracts, he lock them in. See, he spoil the kids.
Absolutely. I love that.
Yeah.
So you come from a dynamics where you had a nuclear family. So when you rapping, you weren't rapping about struggling and...
Nah, because you didn't realize you were struggling. And honestly, like when you coming up, when you rapping like young, you rapping about a lot of stuff you don't do, a lot of stuff you don't have.
Man, let's be real, rappers do that now.
Yeah, they do that now. Exactly.
Yeah. You like, not you, pistol starter killer. You live with your mama.
Exactly.
Talking about some, with the Ferrari.
Right.
Where?
But people don't rap because they know more. Well, not everyone raps because they want their emotion or their art heard. They do it more as like a business.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, and are they wrong? When you see those token people, like those 2-3% of people who really truly make it out their situations during rap.
Right.
Yeah, so now you're a rapper, you out of high school, you go to college? I mean, what you doing? Because honestly...
Oh yeah, I went to college a couple years, but honestly,
wait a minute, you talking about a couple of years? Like, wait a minute, ain't no degree, ain't no graduating. Wait a minute,
yo, you ain't even let me finish.
Yeah, you talking about a couple of years, like.
I went to community college.
Oh, okay.
You know, you got to work a little harder.
You got to associate.
Yeah. Well, I associated with people.
Let you finish. I knew it when you said you in a couple of years.
Yo,
it didn't sound like it was an end game today.
Yo, I had 2 semesters. That's when I started doing comedy. See, I started doing comedy like in the middle of me going to college, and I never really wanted to go to community college.
Okay.
I only went because I felt like it was like the thing to do, like after you finish high school. And I think there's definitely a common misconception. Like you feel like you have to go to college. I mean, it's a good way if you want to, you know, continue your education, but it's other avenues you could go down, especially like if you're an artist and you plan on pursuing your passion full time. And when I was going like to community college, I always was like the class clown. I enjoyed making people laugh. And I feel like at the time I was looking at the classroom of more like me being a comedian on stage, and this was my audience.
Wow.
And,
I love it.
And like when I was like, this is when I started doing comedy, because the guy in my class, he kept saying like, yo man, you should come to this open mic and you should start doing stand-up. Yeah. And when he told me that, I was like, okay, I'm down for it. You know, I always wanted to like do stand-up because I knew I was funny. Yeah. And I went to an open mic and they didn't even want to let me in at first, because I started when I was 20 and they was like, oh, you got to be 21 to get in. But my man Javon Bibb, shout out to him. He was the host. Shout out
to you, Javon.
He was the host of the show, and him and Princeton do, and he came out. He was like, yo, you trying to do stand-up? And I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, we're going to let him in. And the security guard, he was like, nah, man, he ain't old enough. I'm going to lose my job. He's like, nah, we going to make sure he don't drink enough. We're going to keep an eye on him. So they used to sit me in like the corner of like the comedy room at Lola. That's you sit in the corner. I can't even go to the bar without, you know what I'm saying?
So you didn't get a drink?
I could get water, but somebody had to go grab it because, you know what I'm saying, to make sure or whatever. And that was like my first time getting on stage. And I'm not gonna say I killed it, but I didn't bomb.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's an experience.
It showed people, like people seeing it and it was like, okay, he got potential, you know, as long as he consistent or whatever.
What did you feel like?
I felt like I read about it before I did it, and it was like, you're gonna have to just stay consistent and keep doing it. So those laughs that I did get while I was on stage was enough that I needed for me to like keep going. Yeah. And when I found that audience somewhere else to where, oh, I could be the center of attention in front of like people who come out in front of strangers. So I felt like, I didn't really like school because of like, I mean, it was cool as far as learning, but I didn't really like school for the aspect of the education. I liked it because of the environment of the people.
What was the degree you were
mass communication.
Man, I swear to God, listen, I'm a communication man. That is a cop-out. Anybody who go to school for communication, I'm here to tell you, I have a degree in communication, radio, TV, broadcasting. Listen, you don't.
That's
It's
honestly,
just the easiest degree to get, man.
That's honestly.
We've been communicating our whole life.
Because in my head, I was thinking like,
it's a cop out. I just want to get away from the house.
You said like I don't know, because I was thinking in my head, I was like, okay, advertising, I can use that to promote my music and the comedy that I'm doing. So I was gonna kind of like tie it back to what I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is overall just be a entertainer. Because like 6 months after I started doing stand-up comedy, I started battle rapping.
Okay.
And I tell people all the time, battle rapping is different from making music, because there's a difference when you making a song that people like to hear that has replay value versus battle rapping, which is like you got to have cadence, delivery, poise, all this other stuff to factor into it, which is more closely related to stand-up comedy.
Absolutely.
Than I feel like making music. You just rhyming. But I started.
But with both of them, battle rapping and stand-up, you have to have some tough skin.
Oh yeah.
Overall.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the thickness of your skin, because baby, both of them are vicious.
But and that's the thing. It's like, because people gonna say some stuff, and it's a lot like comedy, because people could take one thing out your life and they could just exaggerate it and manipulate it any way they see fit.
The embellishment be so crucial.
Yeah, and they going in on you.
Yeah.
And people make sense when they say these things, and you hear the crowd going, ooh, ah.
And you know the ooh and ahs are those are like,
the
I
laughter,
agree. I agree.
Basically, yeah. Oh
yeah. I see what you see. Yeah.
So, like, that's why I tell people, I say bombing in battle rap is way worse than bombing in comedy.
Okay.
Because you bomb in battle rap, even though you don't do good, your opponent still got to rap.
Which one you'd rather do? If you only could pick one, battle rap or comedy, you going for what? I don't want to hear it. Which one you picking? Battle rap or comedy?
I put it all under like one umbrella.
No, it's not though, because I don't battle rap. It's not under one. I
put it as under entertainment. Like, I just like entertaining in different ways.
I understand. But if you only had to choose one entity, one component, because every battle rapper ain't funny. Like, can't have stage presence on it as a comedian. That's the case, they all be doing comedy.
It will be comedy, but not because I want to do comedy more than the battle rap. It'll be comedy because right now in my life, that's my bread and butter right now. Okay. Battle rap not paying what comedy is paying right now.
Yeah.
And comedy is way more consistent in battle rap.
And more universal.
Yeah.
Because more people laugh than listen to rap.
Yeah.
Right? Rap, or specifically battle rap, is a certain genre that you have to like. Because I'm going to keep it honest.
You have to, yeah.
I never listened to battle rap until I heard you battle rapping.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And James was listening to it, but I would totally just be like, turn a deaf ear to it. I wasn't interested until he showed me. I'm like, is that Reggie? And then some of the stuff dude was saying to you, I'm like, I'm about to snap. I want to fight. I told James I want to be in the audience behind you.
You know, James, you see him in the background.
Yeah,
James
shout out to my husband. He was out there. I'm like, man, did you want to fight? He told me, no, we were good.
We had a good ass time.
Yeah, y'all had a good time.
Yeah.
So being a comedian and a battle rapper, you have to literally put your life and your feelings like on a platter and be like this transparent person. How do you handle your feelings? Because if I could be honest, as being a stand-up comedian, we're the most sensitive people.
Yeah. But we also the most vulnerable people. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that makes us, a comedian and a battle rapper makes that person even more dangerous, because it's like you vulnerable. You talk about yourself all the time. You know your imperfections. You know everything about you more than anybody else.
Yep.
You know what's true and you know what's not true. Mm-hmm. So when you get in front of like your opponent and they say all these things, it's like it should almost just entertain you as much as it entertain the audience.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's a sport. You'd be like, that's good. That's you know what I'm saying? But it's all like a respect thing, like when boxers box. You know what I'm saying? We competing against each other. You know, we just doing it with words, you know? Like, people can feel like any type of way, but at the end of the day, it's an art form.
So you compete a lot in battle rapping. Do you feel like comedy is a lot of competition?
I feel like I feel like it can be competition depending on like the opportunity you trying to get, but this is like every man for themselves. Like you really in a lane by yourself, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the only person you competing with. And you know, long as you create your own path and the direction you want to go and your own style, it's like nobody can like replicate that. Only thing is you just got to stay consistent with that shit because everybody timer is different. You never know who
you better
who
say
gonna pop,
who gonna blow, and what's gonna be that thing that take them to the next level.
Yeah, you know.
Who your people in comedy?
Like comedy,
like your people, like man, this is my go-to person. These are the people that your tribe. Do you have a tribe?
Yeah.
Or is it even important to have one? Or you saying? Because I know you mentioned you're your own lane. Because it is a solo sport.
Oh yeah, but I definitely got comedians that make me want to be like, all right,
yeah,
let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me go back to the books that motivate me. Like comedians who I mess with, like, you know, Vincent Bryant, of course. He always, you know what I'm saying, like just seeing him make me like stay on my toes when it come to writing. And then you got my man Jared Waters in New York from Tampa Bay, Florida, Stefan Hightower from St. Louis as well, Jason Jenkins from St. Louis, Cameron Keys from St. Louis, who in Atlanta, shout out Cameron Keys. And
we love you, Killer Cam.
Yeah, just like a few like people like in close proximity that's like gonna keep it real with how you did.
Yeah.
Despite how you may feel, that tell you like straight up like, yo, I seen you do better, you know what I'm saying? Just keeping it 100, because a lot of people lie to you, be like, good job, good set, but you know what you capable of.
You know what you do. Yeah, I actually don't like that. Don't tell me good set. You know I didn't feel it. You know I ain't feel it. Right. You seen it on my face.
Yeah, and then like having those type of friends around give you a proper gauge on yourself, because you could be like, all right, what would Vince say? What would Stefan say if they seen that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I say this in my head sometimes when I perform these sets, because like the audience don't see everything, you know what I'm saying, your people see that see you perform all the time. So you be like, well, they have like that, and you be like, you know what I'm saying? It helps you gauge yourself, so you don't need certain people to see your set that much to know how you did. You get a sense of self, you know what I'm saying, when you perform.
Do you ever feel like you need validation? Like, I mean, because we in this comedy world where obviously you need the industry to take you to the next level as far as entertainment, but do you feel like you need validation from people, places, clubs? How do you handle that?
Yeah,
because that's a real thing.
That is a real thing, because honestly, like, you not getting like some type of recognition or some type of validation, even if it's not the amount of validation you want, that can like really like discourage a person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From putting out content, and that could hinder, which could potentially be great, but you stop due to like, you know what I'm saying, like no one ever like recognize your talent or like complimenting your art, because we as comedians, we get validation.
Yeah.
Like through laughter.
Instant.
You know what I'm saying? That's some type of validation. Haha, that was funny.
Yeah.
Boom. You know what I'm saying? Or like even like when somebody send you a message, or you see somebody after the show, oh, you were so funny. You were my favorite one. Oh, I really like your joke about that. That's even a small amount of validation, and that's someone who believes in you.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? The thing is, we want all of this validation. We want validation from
the world,
from the masses. And you know, I feel like to truly have your art recognized, you just got to go through those little stepping stones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The process. And unfortunately, some people don't. Some people get discouraged, stop, quit.
What do you do
when
you
people
feel
die.
Discouraged? Because we human. We human. What do you do when you feel discouraged? Like, what do you do to pick yourself up?
Yo, when I get discouraged, like it motivates me when I get discouraged. Cause now I feel like, and I probably shouldn't feel like that, but now I feel like I gotta prove this point. But not to you. I gotta prove it to myself that I'm not finna let, you know what I'm saying, people like that I feel like is like, I'm not gonna feel like the people opinion or the lack of validation of me makes me discouraged is gonna hinder me from pursuing what I really want to do.
Yeah.
Basically. So that's the point I'm proving to myself, that I'm not finna let y'all get me down and make me quit and make me stop doing what I love. Because regardless of how you feel, this is what I love doing.
Yeah, and we can't stay down too long.
Right. You can't say this makes me happy. Yeah. I'm going to let you stop what makes me happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like some people, sad truth, they don't really got it. You know what I'm saying?
They don't got it.
They don't got it.
Yeah.
And like, even if you not funny, but it's people that find you funny, if you quit before that, you got to build your audience. Even though you're not funny, build your audience of the people who do think you funny.
Yeah, and let them love on you. Yeah.
And then that's them your people.
Them your people, that's your tribe.
That's your tribe.
Listen, speaking of tribe and your people, we in this entertainment field, you traveling around the world. How do you handle a love life? Like, what is your love life looking like?
I'm glad you asked that.
Why you glad I asked that?
Because like I feel like this is something I really gotta dive deep in because
oh my God, come on and dive.
Cause I feel like in my life, I feel like a lot of the times, you know, us as artists, we be chasing like entertainment, the industry on quote unquote making it and not really embracing things that's happening in the moment. And we be so captivated with this lifestyle that we want for ourselves that it's times that we put the love life and on the back burner on real life things, because you be like, oh, I'm not focused on a relationship right now. I'm up here trying to get this money and become successful, and then like once I do that, then I'll start looking for love. But I realize that's not what I want. You know, I want like a supporter, someone who with me that's like from the ground up, that's willing to build and come up with me, not like a girl that I meet in the industry. Of course,
and then of course she know you to go,
you know,
and now she on,
she know to go, and then it's like, you know, is it really genuine? And
but even at this level, let's be very clear. Even at this level, when we meet people,
that's true.
Even finding new relationships, you're like, why do we want to be friends?
Right.
What are our common interests?
Yeah.
So are you dating right now?
No, I'm not dating.
Damn.
Like not no one like specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
go on dates.
You
probably cheat.
Nah, I haven't. Well, I ain't cheat, but I just ain't got it right now.
Yeah. But honestly, wouldn't that be the vibe though? Like, since you ain't got it right now, technically the girl that you pull up on or pull up on you would be the one if she can hang out during this time where you ain't got it.
Yeah.
So she can pull up to the house.
Right.
And you can Netflix and chill. You definitely gonna make her a bomb meal.
I am gonna make her
You gonna make her a good meal. You get what I'm saying? Ain't this the time to really kind of be exploring?
It is, especially if she bring the money to the table.
I'm about to go.
You can invest.
You need a sugar mama.
You can invest. No, but what I'm saying is like, I like being in New York in the position that I'm in. I haven't had, me personally as an artist, I haven't had my break to where I see like enough money to where I want to, you know what I'm saying, go on dates with like different women and stuff like that. Like right now, I have the money to invest in my career as far as the comedy, the music, a place to stay at in New York. Until I see that, you know what I'm saying, that lump sum of cash come through. When that lump sum of cash come through, all right, come on, let's go to McDonald's. We out there.
I'm done. You should get whatever you want. Get a 20-piece, bitch. You can get a 20-piece.
Let's go.
We're pulling up on a 20-piece.
Let's go.
Okay.
So, but I'm having sex, if you know what I'm saying, if that counts for something.
I hate the girls that just having sex with you and not even.
They know I'm a good person.
That's what I'm saying. But so you having sex with them, they not good enough to be your person that you want to keep having, that one person to keep having sex with, spend time with, energy.
No, it's that, you know what I'm saying?
In your mind, you don't have time?
Well, no, it'd be like some be in town, some be out of town.
Oh, I feel you. Okay,
you know
I'm only in town for a night. Okay,
you know,
I get what you're saying.
For a limited time only.
Okay, all right.
And like as far as like in New York, I don't feel like I'm in a position to like, because I ain't never been in love before. And I feel like a lot of that could be due to like, look, she ain't even listening. She on her phone.
I'm listening.
I'm up here getting deep.
I'm listening.
You ain't even see the tear roll down my eye.
I did. I knew you was deep when your hand hit me. Your hand made that sound.
What they do his hand like this, like a spider. I was like, look. Like I'm
when
playing
you hit the key, the piano, you got real deep.
Stevie Wonder.
I think of your phone, Kelly. You so stupid.
I'm gonna edit that out. She's reading her notes.
Yeah.
Huh?
She's putting her notes for you, but I'm gonna edit that out.
Nah, you can leave it, because I think it's funny.
Nah. We get that part out.
I think that's funny. These are bloopers. Like, keep it for the bloopers. The bloopers, so we get the bloopers.
We get the bloopers.
You're like, nah. All right. Anyway. Yeah, so I never really been in love before. And I feel like I possibly could have been, like, maybe if I stayed with the person I was with before I moved from St. Louis, but I guess that distance gap definitely played a role into it. But yeah, I never been in love before. And I feel like it could be due to like some type of past trauma of, definitely need to go to therapy for sure.
That's real. That's real.
And like some type of past trauma where I'm used to having things that have been like taken away from me. Like, cause like growing up where I grew up, granted, like I said, we had like a lot of stuff, but we used to get that stuff broken into and stolen a lot. You know what I'm saying? And like even from like games, a lot of material stuff to like even like little puppies I had like in the backyard where somebody like stole them from me and they was gone.
God.
And I don't know if like that's some type of trauma that affected me to where I'm just like, things could be here today, gone tomorrow, or, nothing lasts forever. So why give this much love to something when it could be like gone just like that? So I don't know if that affected me like some way like in my life to where now I'm an adult and I'd be like, I enjoy the vibes with a girl, we be good, but it's like, am I like not ready for a commitment or do I just not want it? Am I
that's something real. I think that's honest. I think that's even fair you saying about therapy because obviously there's something there that's blocking you from that. Right. That's real. And that's big boy of you. That's very mature. It seemed like to me, wait, do you have a mentor?
No.
You don't have anybody mentoring you?
No.
So you just out here figuring it out on your own?
Yeah.
Yep. You don't have no one you call and run stuff past and be like, I was thinking about doing this. Nobody?
I wouldn't consider like that like a mentor or nobody like that. No.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. No mentor. Okay. So when you have to prepare for like the next thing in your career, what do you do? Like where do you go? Mentally? How do you handle it?
Honestly, I just go with the flow of things.
Yeah.
Like I meet different type of people, make connections, and I just go from there. I don't really have like I really don't have no direction with the shit. I'm just putting out shit. I'm just putting my eggs in multiple baskets.
Just shooting these fucking shots.
You know what I'm saying? Music gonna pop, battle rap gonna pop, comedy gonna pop, cooking channel gonna pop. Some gonna pop.
Some gonna pop.
Some
I'm with
gonna
it.
pop.
And I'm a firm believer.
And I'm just throwing it out there. I'm throwing a ride out there and seeing what I catch. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel older comedians have like a responsibility to newer comedians?
I feel like to an extent, yeah.
Okay.
Depending on like who that comedian is, but a lot of up and coming comedians, like especially if they coming from your scene, they could use some guidance. You know what I'm saying? And they could use like I said, like the class that I'm around, who gonna tell you if that was good or not, that was bad, that was a bad idea, good idea. We need more circles, more comedians to have circles like that, because comedians try to make it seem like having a circle is a bad thing.
And it's not.
Having a circle is not a bad thing. Like, it's just like high school when you have a group of friends. These are just the people you resonate more, who you connect with more, and the people who hopefully keep it real with you and tell you what it is.
It's teammates. It's just like a basketball player being a point guard, but you need a forward.
Exactly.
You need everybody on this team to tell me, like, dog, you need to pull your weight this way.
Right. So if you just walking like by yourself and nobody in the community wants to associate with you, associates degree. You ain't got your associate's degree. People not gonna associate.
People try to make it like
right. I learned something.
Yeah.
But it's like people not gonna want it. Like you not gonna get better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you don't have no people in your corner that's gonna keep it real with you.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the comedy scene, right? On the rap battle scene, Is it the same way that you got to have some people like that?
Yeah. It's a battle rap scene. It's a community.
Okay.
Battle rap
is your community tight over there?
It's a community. Honestly, it's a community as far as like different battle rap leagues, but everyone in battle rap, cause it's different. Cause you know us as black people, like black people is battle rap. That's more of that's our stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's something we came up with. That's something we created. So we have like our own different like ways we acknowledge you in battle rap. When you in a battle rap event, you feel it. You know what I'm saying? You feel it when you perform. Like I said, when people ooh and ah, that's some type of validation you need. And people like battle rap is split up into different battle rap leagues, which is smaller leagues that build up they talent that go to bigger platforms like URL, RBE, Chrome 23, where it's like.
What's the biggest platform you've been on?
The biggest platform I've been on wasn't necessarily it was like a proving ground battle for the URL.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who is to you, your toughest component, or somebody who gave you like, oh man, that he snapped?
I had a few like good opponents. Like I went against this guy named Twain Towns. He was good. Craig, I went against him in St. Louis. Another guy, his name was Notice Baller, but he had all his people there, so you know.
Oh yeah, definitely. You definitely, that's just like a competition comedy.
It's like when
it's a bringer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So when you by yourself and you not, like when I first came to the scene, my first battle rap event was in Camden. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And I didn't know nothing about Camden.
At all.
All I know is I had a battle rap event. And it was some hood ass shit. It wasn't even at a venue. First of all, the address he sent me was the wrong address. I'm like, yo, where is that? They're like, oh, we around the corner. I'm like, where around the corner where? So we go around the corner. It's a lady in the backyard. She selling hamburgers and hot dogs, and niggas posted up smoking, drinking, and shit like this. And I'm with my homegirl. And I hyped up the battle. I'm like, oh, battle rap events is gonna be the best thing ever. Oh, you ain't never watch when you see all these, you gonna see all the lights. We in the backyard at a cookout. Next thing you know, a girl like, damn, this your bitch right here? I'm like, yo.
Oh my God.
I say, where am I at, dog? She's like, damn, she looking good. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
So
Young M.A. about to get her.
We at the battle rap event. Somebody like, oh shit, I know you. Somebody recognized me from like, cause I roast, like I be making roast videos and shit. I be roasting battle rappers. And honestly, it was a good battle rap event.
Yeah.
It was the conditions were set, but people came to see battle rap.
Yeah.
And when people come to see battle rap, they come to enjoy themselves, and especially if you got bars and they respect it. And,
that's real. And hold on, I just want to jump on that real quick because people came to see battle rap. And that's the thing. I know one thing that you enjoy, and I know that I'm so proud of you of, that you really in the comedy clubs. You get what I'm saying? Like comedy clubs that people go, I'm going to see a comedy show, not a club where they may stumble upon comedy.
Right.
Is that important for you to have that more presence in the comedy clubs than just on the scene? Because if I can be completely honest, like I am in comedy clubs, but I'm on the scene like everywhere. I do it all, but I don't really particularly have to be in a comedy club.
Right.
You know, how important is that for you?
Being in the comedy club, I mean, I say it's important to me because it's like, it's a different demographic of audience that you get in comedy clubs when people pay to come see comedy. Yeah. And it's different types of styles that people like enjoy as far as like, you know, like more of like the industry of it all. And I feel like you learn certain things from like being in like the comedy club or like mainstream rooms or whatever. And I feel like as an artist, I want to like push myself. I want to be able to make everyone laugh. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Not just the certain people on the scene. And some people don't even like know the scene outside the comedy clubs. Yep. Because like you said, you don't necessarily need the comedy club scene. People don't need the scene. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Once they in like the comedy club thing.
Oh no, but I could do it all.
I know.
Yeah, but I prefer just to do whatever.
But you don't need it.
But I don't need it.
You don't need it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's same like almost with them, like they don't need to be out here on the scene because they in the comedy clubs, or some people that's on the scene don't need to be in the scene because But
which one do you prefer?
I want to do more comedy clubs. Like I do everything here and there. I would say I kind of do more of like the industry.
Okay.
And I would say the industry is like not necessarily like the scene. It's almost like a hybrid between like the main and like, you know what I'm saying, the scene.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's industry, it's a little of everybody, but you got a nice mixture of both. And I like that, you know. But the comedy clubs is definitely like, I think that helps me build a longer set. It helps me like structure jokes better.
It does. Honestly, now that when I go into them comedy clubs, I'm like, I can stretch out this joke.
Yeah.
Because I got time.
Right.
They're listening.
They're listening
and they want more of that joke.
Right.
Oh my God, and there's so many more layers to it. Now versus when you on the scene.
You're right.
You gotta hit them with boom,
you
boom,
bow,
bow,
boop,
bow, plick,
yeah.
bow. Another one. Yeah. What do you want from me? Yeah, another one. A chopper. Bad. Yeah. You gotta hit them with everything you got.
Straight up.
And I like that too because I'm a fast-paced moving girl.
Exactly. And you learn stuff from doing that. Because you get the confidence, you got the K, you got the delivery. You know what I'm saying? You captivating the audience in a small interval of time. Some people can't transition and do the other.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. So it's like, me, I think all of them is important. I want to cover like everything. I just want to execute.
And you have. And let me give you a shout out. Congratulations, because you got a comedy album out already. Tell us about it. Tell us about it.
So my comedy album is not only a comedy album, it's also a hybrid album. It's the first ever dual disc comedy / hip hop album.
That's so dope.
Now,
it's groundbreaking.
One of the things I like to do, especially like when it comes to comedy and music, is like I like to keep them separate from each other, because like when people hear comedy, hip hop, comedy music, they think of like probably like Weird Al, or these are like parody songs or some type of comedic songs. And I'm like, no, I actually make music. I'm really an artist. I'm a songwriter. You know,
ain't nothing to do with comedy at
all. I do stand up comedy. Now, granted, I can make a comedy hip hop song, which I have made. I don't have a whole catalog of them, but I have a few in the arsenal. Yeah. But I don't want to be known as a comedic musician. I want to be known as a musician and a comedian. And I want people to respect me in both.
Yeah.
I came up with the idea to like, all right, how could I tie you all in together? Because you got people that mess with me on the hip hop side, and then you got people that mess with me on the comedy side. So how could I bring both worlds together to where people could hear them all from one source? Yeah. You know, so I thought of the idea of like, okay, people create double disc albums, but who have created a double disc album where they actually doing the music and they doing the stand-up comedy?
That's dope as hell. What's the name of the album?
The album is called
I can't stand
That's a B with 5 A's.
Let's go. A B with 5 A's. Yeah, I love it. A B with 5 A's sound like a passing grade to me, man. So, it sounds like an A+ to me. It sounds like we rolling up there.
Straight up.
And you working on another one.
Yep. So
is that gonna be a double disc?
Actually, it's definitely gonna be two portions.
Can I get a feature?
Album. You can get a feature. You gotta hurry up because I'm about to drop this. The project is like low key already like done.
Damn.
Like similar, like the first album, how I structured it. I had the music first, and then I had the comedy second on the second disc of the album. And this second project that I'm creating, it's going to be basically 2 albums, not even like a double disc. It's gonna be a double disc, but it's gonna be essentially 2 albums. You're gonna have the hip hop version of the album, then you're gonna have the stand-up comedy version of the album. So basically, the hip hop, I got same way I did the first one. I got all the music on there. So I low-key got like damn near over 100 unreleased songs, but I'm gonna pick like the top 20 or something like that.
Oh, they getting 20 songs?
Yeah, and slap it on there.
Go crazy.
Top 20. And then as far as the comedy side, I got stand-up comedy recorded in front of a live audience.
Okay.
And also I included like some prank phone calls on there as well.
Okay.
And I also included some comedic songs on there.
Okay, perfect.
You know what I'm saying?
So they get a variation
of that. Variation of everything. And it kind of goes in like a storyline, and then it'll branch off to like an intermission, whether it be a prank phone call or a song. Then it jumps right back into the storyline, and it ties all back in together.
That is brilliant.
So,
you're doing all this without a mentor.
Yeah.
You're doing all of this without a team.
Yeah.
You're doing all this. Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you, because you didn't ask the name of the second album.
If it's by with B with 6 A's, I'm about to snap. What's the name of this album? What's the name of this album?
So this next album that's coming out is called Back to Back. So we coming back to back.
Back to back.
With the bag.
I love it.
So we right
you
back
couldn't wait.
I couldn't wait.
I'm proud of you, man. I love the way I just want to say you right now, give you your flowers. I love the way your mind operates. I love just even watching your comedy. I love your battle rapping, but obviously I'm more of a comedy connoisseur. I just think that, you got that it thing, and long as you stay consistent, it'll be good. You already know that. You know that. I was watching you just last night, and I was like, okay, I haven't seen Reggie in over a year, and I am thoroughly impressed. And not that you need validation, but here I am to give it to you, because we don't need it, but it feels good.
It feels
so you know
good.
what I'm saying?
It
So I'm
does.
here to give you your flowers. And say, I'm so proud of you. And I would have been at your mama's house in the pool if I grew up in St. Louis. I would have been.
Yo, if we was in high school together,
it would have been bad.
It would have been bad.
It would have been bad. But we would have been the best thing ever. We wouldn't have got in trouble. We would have definitely had to sit on two ends of the room.
Definitely.
We couldn't sit next to each other. We couldn't.
No.
Listen, I need all my followers to follow you in everything that you do. I need them to grab the app. I need y'all to stream. I need y'all to go crazy on every platform he's on, because you just got the exclusive of who he is. And I know it's other podcasts, but listen, we talking about like, how did he get here? The premise of who he is and what he looking for and how he doing this on his own. We talking about an independent artist that's going crazy right now. And he ain't gonna be independent for long, because when the work is put in, people are coming to come and get it, because he's throwing it out there. We don't know if it's going to be a cooking network. We don't know if it's going to be the next battle rapping champion of the world that's going to video game. I don't know how it's going to go. Or it's going to be the next big comedic star, rock star, whatever it is. It's a star in the making. Tell them where they got to follow you, what they got to do to pull up.
Yo, follow me on Instagram, Reggie_Kush. You could type Reggie Kush in YouTube. You type Reggie Kush in Facebook. Anything you type Reggie Kush in, all my content is gonna pull right up. But if you want a direct source, go to my Reggie Kush on my Instagram and click that link tree in the bio.
Yeah.
And it'll connect you to everything from the battle rap to cooking to the music to, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's just layers. It's layers.
Yeah.
We locked in. We linked in. It's been real, man. He here. You can find him in St. Louis, where the gun play and rain all day.
Nah.
And y'all can find me on Through Thick and Thin, the podcast, where I'm bringing you the most exclusive, the most authentic, the most realest interviews ever. It's your girl, Kelly Kellz. Y'all know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, share, wow, chingy on them everywhere. It's going crazy. We love you. Bye. Y'all, did you just